This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com with a daily wrestling news update. Jesse Ventura, WWE Hall of Famer, who recently appeared at a WWE event in Minnesota, a Raw where he met with Triple H and exchanged some kind words with Triple H, has surprisingly, even though he's notoriously always backed third-party candidates and even wrote a book called Democrips and Bloodlikins, is endorsing Kamala Harris, calling Donald Trump a rich white boy draft dodger, because he's alleging that Donald Trump dodged the Vietnam War draft. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was a horrible, useless war in the end, where a lot of people died and it accomplished absolutely nothing. And it's funny that Jesse, I don't know, I watch all of Jesse Ventura's interviews, and he seems to actually be losing it quite a bit in his old age. He rambles on, and I don't know. Let's face the facts. The reason he won the Minnesota governorship was because wrestling was at an all-time high in popularity at that point. And he had the support of wrestling fans in Minnesota, which was a heavy wrestling oriented state all along. But yeah, I'm just shocked that for someone that's always been against the two-party system, him changing his tune there. And yeah, if you could get out of the draft to avoid getting killed in a useless war that accomplished nothing, I wouldn't blame him, but who knows if that's true or not. That's just what Jesse Ventura is saying. In other news, Roman Reigns helped boost SmackDown's rating. It was up 19% last night in the overnight viewerships, 0.71 rating, 2.44 million views, up from 2.179 million views last week. Looked like it was a hot crowd. I actually watched Roman Reigns' part, and the intensity was good. It was great. I have no negative critique on Roman Reigns' SmackDown appearance, but what I will say is it seems like AEW always uses excuses on why their ratings are low. Like last Friday, I think they got a 0.07 rating for Rampage. They've made no effort to make their shows better, at least for Rampage and Collision. And Rampage and Collision just keep getting lower and lower ratings and attendance, it seems. So I think this is proof that if you put on a good show that fans want to see, doesn't matter if the Olympics are on or not, fans are still going to tune in. But it seems like a lot of the times, and I got nothing against AEW other than it seems like they just flat out have given up on Rampage and Collision, trying to make those shows good. Roman Reigns is also going to be on SmackDown next week, as well as the September 13th SmackDown in Seattle, which will be SmackDown's return to the USA Network, which we don't get the USA Network here in Canada. I don't know when it starts on Netflix, but I will get net. I don't think I'm ever going to watch these regular TV shows because I have a hard enough time watching the highlights, but I will watch some of the pay-per-views once they join on Netflix. Apparently, for AEW's annual event at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York, which is next month, they only have 3,500 tickets pre-sold right now, which is not good for a stadium show. Apparently, the Young Bucks, why they haven't been on TV much lately, they have a limited dates deal for huge money. It's rumored to be around $6 million a year. But it's not that they're injured or anything. They just have limited dates. They don't have to work that much. Good for them. Apparently, Pentagon and Phoenix are almost 100% going to WWE. There's some talk that Conan could be their manager in WWE. Ricochet is 100% going to AEW. Apparently, he could debut there anytime, according to Dave Meltzer. Looks like Ricky Starks is highly likely going to WWE. Why AEW does this is beyond me. They just don't use their people before they switch. So they'd rather have Ricky Starks under contract doing nothing than jobbing him out before WWE. If I was a booker, I would be putting all my guys over this guy before he leaves. But no, we're just not going to use him, and then he's going to debut on WWE. At least have the footage of him getting beat by your guy, so if he does get over in WWE, you can replay that footage. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. Apparently, WWE is disappointed that Jade Cargill has not gotten over as big as they'd wanted her to, but she has been a total disappointment at this stage. Marcel Russell, who is part of the WWE's Next in Line program where they sponsor athletes that will possibly eventually end up wrestling for WWE, won a gold medal in the women's 100-meter hurdles earlier today at the Paris Olympics.